In today's video, we're going to be covering how to introduce your dog to new people. Now, this is something that everyone is interested in. There will come a point in time where you want your dog to meet someone new inside of your life, or someone comes across your path that wants to meet your dog. So, in this video, we're going to talk about the big picture on how to navigate that, and then your individual trainer will come up with more of a specific plan for your dog, the temperament, and whatever specific issues that you may be having. For the sake of this video, we're going to break it down into two main groups of people. The first group going to be immediate family, close friends, people that are in your social circle that it's appropriate for them to want to interact with your dog, and they may actually have legitimate moments where they need to interact with your dog. The other group is going to be everyone outside of that circle. So we're talking about strangers, passerbys, people coming and going into your home, repairmen, servicemen, cleaning people, people that are not in that immediate circle for yourself or your dog. And I want you to break down people into those specific two categories. Friends is usually the toughest one because how close does a friend have to be to interact with your dog? And again, a lot of that will depend on your dog's specific issues, temperament, where you're at in your dog's journey as well. Let's talk about the second group first, those strangers or outsiders, for a lack of a better term. Let's go over them first. It does nothing beneficial to your dog's mentality or your relationship with your dog to have outsiders physically or mentally interact with our dogs. I know that can be kind of a tough pill to swallow. I know that's hard to digest, but your dog interacting and meeting new people, every person, passerbys, outsiders, as you encounter them in the outside world, will do nothing but increase reactivity in one form or another and lower engagement between your dog and yourself. The easiest situations are when you encounter those outsiders outside of your home. Remember how much we've talked about neutrality up to this point, the work that we've put in to increase your dog's confidence, lower reactivity, and ultimately build that neutrality. Every single time you have a stranger interact with your dog, you reverse that process and you do plant a little tiny seed and maybe water it a little bit of that reactivity. As far as outsiders that are coming into your home, this is where we're talking about repairmen, handymen, house cleaners, whatever the case may be. It does nothing beneficial for that person to come into your home and go directly to your dog or stop and mess with your dog at any moment during their visit. Even if you have friends come over for a dinner party or friends that come over very rarely, again, it does nothing for our dog's neutrality and confidence to have those visitors go interact with our dog, especially during the rehabilitation phase when the dog comes home. So our advice is just have your dog ignore them. Teach your dog that it doesn't matter who is around them, where we are, what is happening, that the only thing that's important is their focus on you and them performing whatever command or task you're giving them at that time. But now let's turn our focus towards that first group, the people that are in our close circle that we want our dog to interact with. Now, a lot of this will be dog dependent, so again, make sure that you ask your specific trainer for their recommendations and guidance. But there is a general recipe or framework that I want you guys to follow when we have new people interacting with our dog. Your nuclear family, the people that are around your dog on a daily basis, we are rehabilitating and advancing that relationship every single day through the obedience, the structure, the new lifestyle, the expectations, and the freedom that all gives us. So as far as the family that's around your dog on a daily basis, that is how we go about improving that and constantly getting better. Now, those very close friends, family members that are around our dog on a very regular basis, but maybe not daily basis, we need to help reshape your dog's relationship with those people through neutrality and then the obedience. A very simple explanation is if your dog is wildly reactive, whether it's excitement, fear, anxiety, aggression, any type of emotional extreme with a specific person, then I want you to work on desensitizing that, playing into the video you saw yesterday, with that individual. The way we go about that is the first time, the initial moment rather, that your dog sees that person that needs a little bit of help with their relationship, they don't need to directly interact with our dog right off the bat when we're having that tidal wave of emotions and impulses. So if my relative comes over and my dog gets very reactive, I want to let that subside a bit and work more on that neutrality, almost like that person was a stranger or an outsider. As that impulse control tidal wave subsides a little bit, then that's where the obedience comes into play. So no more offering treats and love constantly without working for them. The easiest way to bridge the gap between people and dog is get them to perform some kind of a task, especially the obedience commands that we've already taught your dog and they know very well. So have them do the same drills that you perform with your dog on a daily basis, using the kennel, using the place bed, using that walking follow command. This is how we get our dog to understand that that new person is a leader. They need to be respected and treated and listened to the exact same way that they are with you and your family. Again, why it's so important for you guys to set a consistent standard for your dog to follow. Now it's very easy for these inner circle people to come over and interact with our dog in a constructive way that gives your dog a new chance of interaction with these people. It's not going to be as crisp maybe and as proficient as it is with you, but just have them stay consistent using that e-collar. You can use that e-collar to echo your commands and make sure that it's nice and successful to overcome that reactivity. So again, whether it's building confidence or lowering the craziness, generally speaking, we want to make sure that that's how our new friends and family interaction goes down with our dog. So I hope this helps create some kind of general framework for you and your family. If you have specific questions about scenarios, people in your life, make sure you reach out to your trainer so that way you get a solid plan for the future.